Hello, good day, and welcome to this session on economy and efficiency in procurement process. By the end of this session, you should be able to identify economy and efficiency, as well as understand the need for economic consideration, and finally explain how the principle of efficiency works. So, in public procurement systems, or basically, economy in its basic forms refers to controlling and managing public resources in a way to save and achieve value for money. So when public resources or when resources in the public sector are managed efficiently or managed in a way which ensures that money is saved as well as value is created, it means that the principle of economy is being achieved. Then move on to efficiency. Efficiency also basically means that achieving a desired outcome using the given set of resources or the cheapest set of resources. So one is said to be efficient in public procurement systems when they are able to achieve or undertake the goal of public procurement processes with a given allocated resource without requesting for an allowance for additional variations or changes to be made to a given set of resources. And both goals are key in order to ensure or achieve value for money, that is economy and efficiency. In procurement management, economy and efficiency may be defined as one, whether the planning has been appropriate and procurement has been executed as planned, such that in public procurement, because funds, public funds are being used to acquire goods, works, and services to feed or to satisfy the public interest. Procurement activities are not done haphazardly. So public procurement systems ensure that or require that public entities operating in the public sector prepare a plan, a yearly plan which is modified quarterly or which is updated quarterly so that public procurement activities are undertaken within such a plan. And economy and efficiency is defined as, from one of the perspective, economy and efficiency is defined as the ability to conduct public procurement operations or proceedings in accordance with a given drafted plan. And economy and efficiency also is depicted whether the procurement is made in a timely and a cost-efficient manner, such that goods are acquired as and when they are needed to satisfy the public within the given allocated public funds. At a more economic level, the principle of economy and efficiency can also be used to identify whether the correct or best procurement strategies have been used to minimize waste and benefit from economies of scale. So the goal of procurement is to achieve value for money in the public sector. So in essence, doing so requires utilizing the best procurement strategies such as adopting competition, where competition facilitates access to the best offer from suppliers without wasting time to award contracts on the basis of favoritism and nepotism, where the contract would have to be undertaken twice because the person was unable to deliver to expectation. How does efficiency work? Efficiency emphasizes the need to manage public funds with care and due diligence so that prices that public procurement persons pay for goods, works, and services are acceptable as well as represent good value for the public funds expended on them. Everyone associated with the public procurement process with public funds should strive to avoid fraud, waste, and abuse of public resources so that in the end, the right outcomes are achieved using the given allocated resources. Fraud blinds the realization that a given chosen or a given selected supplier is not competent enough to fulfill the requirements. However, if there is openness and there is competition, it helps to realize the goal of procurement, which is to achieve value for money and to get the best offer as much as possible to supply or to satisfy the needs of the public. So let's move on to the efficient implementation of industrial, social, and environmental objectives, which is otherwise known as horizontal policies. So in undertaking public procurement in the public sector, sometimes there are certain people who are not able to engage in such proceedings Because public procurement is done by the government or in the name of government to provide for the public, the government has to ensure that in achieving competition, they are opening up the market or access to procurement activities by certain disadvantaged people who would otherwise not feel that they have the capacity to also undertake public procurement proceedings. So we note that procurement may be used to support the economic development of disadvantaged groups of society or regions of the country by setting aside some public contracts for these groups. This is the essence of horizontal policies. Or it may be used to promote government objectives such as fair treatment of workers by denying public contracts to firms that do not comply with specified standards on these matters. The efficient implementation of horizontal policies can also be seen where governments wish to ensure efficiency in the ways that they are implemented. Because in one way or the other, these disadvantaged firms, may not necessarily have the capacity to undertake public procurement. So the onus is on the government entity to ensure that those disadvantaged firms are competent and qualified enough to undertake the public procurement contracts that are awarded to them. So the achievement or the fulfillment of horizontal policies sometimes helps to support other objectives, most especially fair treatment, equal opportunities among others, and value for money. So in this session, you have learned about economy and efficiency, as well as the need for economic considerations, and finally, how the principle of efficiency works. Thank you.